Jets fans, what is happening? Hey, we're just talking about what it is. Welcome to you. GreenBean's Jets Pod, episode 191. Coming around the mountain here to 200. Welcome if you haven't been here before. It's nice to see you. If you're in the car, hey, how you doing? Drive safe. If you're shaving or what have you, be careful. It's nice to be in your ear holes. It's nice to be on the audio side. It's nice to see you guys on the video side. 9 more, and we'll be at 200. What will we do? Will we have cake? I don't know. Please subscribe if you haven't been here before. It's nice. It's a nice thing to do. Helps out the channel. We have a goal of 15,000 for this year. We're at 14,200, just about. Could use it, use your help. It's appreciated. The other thing we can do is smash that like button. We like to call them the milk thumb. See, milk and thumbs. That's what we do around here. The old like button, that helps the channel as well. Guys, it is an interesting thing. Jets fans, we've done it. It's just that, look, this is what this really is. This is all this really is. It's a football game. It's supposed to be something that we do and we like, and we look forward to it. We watch it and it's fun. You lose, you win. It's competitive. You tailgate, you hang out with your friends, you get a case of beer, you get some nachos, you sit around the couch and you watch your team. That's what this is supposed to be. What it's become is a scenario in our lives which has created nothing but absolute misery. And we're going to explain that. We're going to talk a little bit about that. It's important, man, that we slow down. We're walking into the dark forest. We're walking into the dark forest. And it is important that we stop where we are right now and we look around and go, wait a second, maybe I'm going the wrong way. Maybe, just maybe, I'm going the wrong way. And here's the thing about walking into the forest. It's real simple. If you walk in for 2 hours, guess how long it's going to take you to walk out, assuming you keep the same pace? 2 hours. 2 hours in, 2 hours out. There is no scenario. Again, same pace. You can get on a motorcycle or whatever, or fucking run or whatever you might do. There is no scenario where you can go into a situation, into the forest for a year, and it's not going to take you a year to get out. Like, it's what it is. So you have to evaluate every step. And I see us, Jets fans. I see us. We have painted ourselves into a corner where this way is misery, this way is misery, that way is misery, and right here, I'm miserable. We can't do it. We have to find a scenario, one direction where we can be happy. And look, you could say, look, I want a championship. Well, dude, I'm going to tell you a secret. That ain't happening this year. So, dude, the fact that the Jets don't have the potential to win a championship this year, does that mean that it's impossible for me to have any happiness in this rest of this year? I don't like those rules. I don't like those rules, and I refuse to play this game. I don't like it. We'll talk about Aaron Glenn today. Aaron Glenn, Darren Muji, some players, namely, we're going to talk about A.D. Mitchell a little bit. I'm excited to talk about this kid. But I'm also excited to talk about Aaron Glenn. As you know, if you've been here before, if not, I'll tell you for the first time. Remember this. Me, Green Bean, right now, I have seen enough from the Aaron Glenn, Darren Muji regime to buy in. I've seen it. I see enough to buy in and believe that this is the organization. This is the group of guys. Not saying they'll all be here. I don't know about Steve Wilkes, I don't know about the quarterback coach. I might want an upgrade there. But Aaron Glenn and Muji at the top, I have seen enough. I bought in. I like the direction. I support it. I'm down. I am the president of the Aaron Glenn fan club. Yes, I am. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to have issues and problems and gripes and be disappointed and all that stuff. So I want to talk a little bit about some of the positives, because today, this is a victory day. We won. The Jets only won 2 other games this season. Think about this. Since September of 2024, 24. This is only the 8th time we have had a day like today, which is we get to wear our Jets hat, our Jets jacket, our Jets jersey, our Jets shoes, whatever it is, around the office, around school, and be proud because your team won on Sunday or Monday, whatever it is, that week. Since September, we're talking about a year and a half of watching this team. This is only the 8th week where we are allowed to celebrate a victory. So, if you have found that impossible to be happy about, we got to, again, we're walking into the dark forest. We got to stop and go, wait a second. How did I create a dynamic where I can't be happy? I can't be happy out there. I'm walking into the forest. I can't be happy over there. I'm not happy. How did I do this? We have to stop and evaluate. Do I believe in this Aaron Glenn guy? Do I look at the trades of Darren Muji and the selections in the draft? He's only been here. It's been a few months. Do I like what I've seen? Do I have what is it? Let's look at it, because when you're evaluating things, you have to take the stock. You're doing your inventory. There's some good, you got to pay attention to the good stuff. Even when we say blow it up, that doesn't even really mean blow it up. Even in a blow up year, a rebuild, a tear down, whatever, you still have to identify the things that you can keep and use. It's like, look, I want to sell all my stuff, whatever, I got to get rid of all my shit. I'm still going to look around and go, well, this is a good hammer. There's no reason to throw the hammer out and buy a new hammer. I have a hammer. Like, yes, my lawnmower is broken. Yes, my weed whacker is broken. Okay, I got to get those. But my wrench, my crescent wrench set is good, and my adjustable wrench, no reason to buy that. I have electrical tape, no reason to buy that. So you find things that you can keep. And we have to do that, and therein lies positives. The Jets played the Atlanta Falcons today. The Jets played the team where the guy that the Woody owner guy thought was going to run this team and be the missing link for our championship last year, Jeff Ulbricht. This is where he is. So we played our former coach. They fired Robert Saleh and put Jeff Ulbricht out front. And he didn't even have the wherewithal to go, wait a second, if I'm going to do this head coaching job thing, maybe I shouldn't call the defensive plays. We all said it. You're going to keep defensive coordinator, make fucking Tony Oden do it. What about White Cotton? And then what does Jeff Ulbricht say in his interview when he takes the Falcons DC job? He says, on second thought, I probably should have given play calling to somebody. You think? So we get to play this guy this week. And I'm going to tell you, I said it all in our game stream. You guys know we do the game stream every week. The watch parties for the for the Jets games and said it right from the rip. There's no way the Jets are losing this game. I just know it. The Jets are winning a few games. We were not going to walk off into the sunset with a 2-win season. It's just not happening. There are too many things, too many positives. And you're looking at a coaching staff and an organization that is truly working on improving and uprooting the negative things and get this guy out of here and squeeze the lemon over here to get some value and cut that guy and elevate this guy. That's what's going on. There's no way it's going to be a 2-win season. Truth is, it should be even maybe 6 wins at this point. You know this. Start from week 1. So what do we got here? We got the Jets. They beat by a field goal this Atlanta Falcons team. Competitive game. Maybe not the most electrifying, but lots to cheer for, lots to see, lots of fun moments. It was a game. And I want to point something out. When you say Green Bean, why is it that you're on board with Aaron Glenn? What is it? What are you seeing? I can't stand this guy. I think they should fire him. I'll tell you what I see. Using today's game, I do the live streams, like I said. We watch these. I've watched every single game, barring 1 or 2 here and there when I'm unable to do it for whatever reason. I have watched every game since 2019, 2020, live with you guys. Most of them with Jets Chaos, Frankie from Flatbush, Dom C comes around. But we've been watching these games live with you the whole time. For the last 4 years, it was Robert Saleh, Zach Wilson for the first year, right? It was even before that, Sam Darnold, same thing. It was Zach Wilson. It was Tim Boyle. It was Mike White. It was Trevor Siemian, Luke Falk. And then Aaron Rodgers, 4 plays, Zach again, and Aaron Rodgers again. All of those incarnations of this team, one thing was very consistent for the last 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. Very consistent. That when the team showed up, and you could tell in the first quarter, they don't have it for this team. Number one, they showed up like that. You could see in the first two series, this game is over. We're going to watch, we're going to root, they're going to whatever they're going to play, but you can see it. The air around this game, it is thick, it is dead. It is just dead air. And you can see the team playing. They're going through the motions. They don't have a single interest in being on that field. You can see it. And it's happened multiple times. I would say, look, in 4 years, that's 50 games or whatever it is, right? 4 times 15 is what? 60? I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know. 60, 70 fucking games. Out of 65, 70 games, probably 15, 20 times, we watched a game that felt like it was 5, 6, 10 hours long, and you just watch it. It was brutally boring. You can tell the Jets had no oomph, no desire to be there. That has not happened. It happened only in Buffalo, the Buffalo game, week 2. You can tell that the Jets, as soon as they got punched in the mouth by Buffalo first quarter, you could see it. It was like they had nothing doing. Aaron Glenn came right to the podium and said, I don't know what that was, but my team, we have to figure out why it is that as soon as something bad happens, they all go, oh no, here we go again. He's like, I got to uproot that shit. The thing is, and this, you can't tell this in practices in training camp. You can't tell this with player interviews when you're just getting, the job and all that. You can't tell this in preseason games because you're only playing your starters for a series or two. You got a bunch of scrubs trying to, make a roster, and you have to wait until the games. It was week 2. And then week 3, I think it was Tampa, more of that started happening. Aaron Glenn had to face, he said, I don't know what this is, and the word that I was using then, I'll use it now. He didn't use it, but I'm going to use it, was this team is full of quitters. They quit. They're getting paid $2 million, $20 million, 18 million, 9.7. They're making millions of dollars. They have an organization that provides their dietary needs and everything from nutrients to workouts to everything is taken care of. All we ask you to do is keep your body healthy, follow the protocols, show up, practice, show up on Sunday, and play as hard as you can. And he saw, holy shit, this team, I don't have that collection of guys. And it took week 2 against Buffalo. Aaron Glenn realized how big this job really is. Holy cow. The previous regime, zero accountability, zero knowledge on how to motivate, how to coach, how to get people that are struggling and develop them. No idea how to do any of it. Aaron Glenn had to come in here and do that. I'm going to tell you, even the game against the Ravens, there's no right to even be in that game. And the Jets, they played the whole game. Sure, they lost, but they're actually there. They're playing, they're fighting, they're doing the whole thing. It's a totally different thing. Now, what you see now is that we have a general manager that, look, when I defended Joe Douglas. When Aaron Rodgers went down, it was our belief. Holy cow. The entire season, everything that we were going to do, it's all gone. It's panic move. Go sign Carson. He should have been on the phone. He should have had a quarterback in the building the next day. It took him 6 weeks to get Trevor Siemian in here. And then a few more weeks before he was ready to play. The season was toast. The Jets had no plan B. And that was at that level. Aaron Rodgers went down. You're on the phone with agents until 4, 5, 6 in the morning, and then you take a nap and you wake up and you do it again. You had to figure that out from the word go. It didn't happen. You see what Muji's been doing since he got here? He didn't like his free agent class. He had guys like Cowart and Nadi on the defensive line. He had LT3. They had, Michael Carter, and they signed Sherwood. They had all this stuff, and they looked around and they said, holy shit, we don't want these guys. Traded for Phillips. Traded for Juwan Briggs. Traded for Brownlee. Traded Sauce Gardner. Hey, man, these guys, they're not leaders. They're just going through the motions. Quinnen Williams, he's done. He doesn't want to lift anybody. He's toast here. Let me get what I can get for him. And they start doing all this. Muji has been working we've never seen anything like it here in the Jets. That's why what I'm seeing an organization that, number one, identified the problem by week 2. Holy shit, they're quitters. I had no idea. Number 2, hey, it doesn't look like our first free agent class, our first undrafted free agent class, not undrafted, unrestricted. That's not going to work. We got to keep going. They've been working the whole time. Boom, bam, bing, bang, boom. And you see it on the field. And people say, oh, moral victories. No, I hear you, dude. I really do. I hate it. But I've also been saying, as have many of you, this problem ain't as easy as, hey, get another wide receiver. Get another offensive line. It's not that simple around here. What they have to do is they have to uproot the culture, and not just surface level culture. I'm talking about the deep rooted quit Jets can never do anything culture. Losing is acceptable. And you see it. I talk about it all the time. Garrett Wilson, it doesn't sit well with him. He will fight and argue with anybody about it. He doesn't give a shit. It's not okay. So Muji makes a trade for Sauce Gardner. Blew us all away. And he gets 2 first-round picks, which is going to be great. Oh, wow, 2 firsts for a cornerback? Great. But not only that, he also gets a wide receiver who was a second-round pick a year ago. Not this draft, the draft just prior. Second-round pick. Aaron Glenn was asked about it in the press conference this week. Hey, looks pretty good for a throw-in on the trade, or whatever they said. I forget how they said. And he said, listen, man, when we made that trade, A.D. Mitchell, the wide receiver that they added to the 2 first-round picks, he wasn't a throw-in. We wanted that player. John Mechie, same thing, who had a tough game this week. And I'll point to something there, too, in a second. We wanted that player. He was the 52nd overall pick last year. He has shown during the season with the Colts, he can play in the NFL. He can play. He's getting open. He's burning dudes. He burned Sauce Gardner. Again, not saying he's better than Sauce and all that. He did it. It happened. We wanted that player. This week, and remember, his first game, he had the drops and all this stuff. It's okay. He just got here. This week against the Falcons, he had 8 receptions for 102 yards and a touchdown. Now, it's the Falcons. I know. I just so you know, between ending the game and recording this, which is all on the same day for me, I already had somebody say to me, I wouldn't put too much stock into it. It's the Falcons. It doesn't matter what happens with the Jets. Like, dude, we are well aware. Jets fans are more aware than anybody else on what's real around here. The shittiness of our organization, how ridiculous our owner is, and how fucking dark it can be, and how our history and nobody knows like us. But it doesn't matter what we do positively. It does not matter. Somebody is going to stand out front and say, yeah, but it's the Browns. Yeah, but it's the Bengals. Oh, but they didn't have Burrow. Oh, but that. It's going to happen constantly. And it already happened. I think I had maybe an hour between the game and when I started doing this, give or take. And somebody already did that to me. It's like, hey, I don't really give a shit about your opinion. Nobody asked you, number 1. Number 2, go screw. Number 3, can I have 5 fucking minutes to enjoy something? So with A.D. Mitchell, this is his first 100-yard game as a Jet. And it's his 3rd or 4th game with the Jets. We already know what Garrett Wilson is. Now, whether or not he plays this year again, I don't know. I don't see the need to. I wish he could have got his 1,000 yards and kept that streak going for him, because I give a shit about that kind of stuff for the player. I love Garrett Wilson. But does he really need to risk further injury? Hey, man, it's only a couple games left. There's nothing to prove. He's wide receiver 1. He's a certifiable badass. We're looking for wide receivers 2, 3, 4, 5. Who are they? We came into this season, it was Josh Reynolds, Tyler Johnson, Arian Smith, and Alan Lazard, and Xavier Gibson. Gibson's gone. Lazard, albeit had a crazy acrobatic first down catch, landed on his head. Great. He's toast. Josh Reynolds, very, very little. Tyler Johnson made his way onto the field and got activated for this game. But they're all gone. Maybe one of that group sticks. Maybe. They're going to draft somebody. It's going to be A.D. Mitchell, John Mechie, Arian Smith, Drafty, and Garrett Wilson. That's going to be our wide receivers. And I love it. So we want to look at these guys. We want to. I don't give a shit who they're playing. Oh, did I also tell you that? What about the quarterback is Tyrod Taylor? Oh, I don't care. We see that. Now, his partner, John Mechie. Last week against the Ravens, Mechie was having the better game. He had 2 weeks in a row with a touchdown. Remember, A.D. Mitchell was kind of the afterthought, and Mechie was out front in the competition. Well, guess what? Against the Falcons, Mechie had a whole mess of drops. 3 of them. Really 4. But 4, I guess the defensive back kind of knocked us or whatever. It's a good play, but still. 4 receptions that were in his hands that didn't end up being receptions, so for whatever. So he has 3 drops. And previous regimes, I'll talk about the main one out front, whether it was Denzel Mims, whether it was Malachi Corley. The second that these kids made a mistake, what did the Saleh regime do? They packed them up, stuffed them in the back left corner, and just let them rot. That's what they did. They didn't develop them. They didn't coach them through it. This week, and again, one of the reasons I'm behind this organization, because this is what I've been screaming. This is how you coach someone. He's still a young player. He had 3 straight drops. Why does a player with his history, his talent, his athleticism, all that, why would he drop a pass that lands right in his hands? Because he's up here. He's thinking. It's mental at that point. So what you have to do is you got to coach him through it. He ended the game with 2 consecutive receptions after all that stuff. That's how you do it. You squash it right now. You don't let him take that into his, 3 drops and a benching. And then he takes it into he goes to bed. It's on his mind. He wakes up tomorrow. All week, it's on his mind. Then he gets into next week's game. What is he thinking? I got to catch this. I got to blah, blah, blah. And it becomes this huge thing. What the Jets did this week, they said, stay on the field, throw him the damn ball if he's open, and look what happened. Now, it's just a moment in the game. He had some receptions early. He had some drops, and he had some receptions late. It's no big deal. Instead of making it into this big thing. That's how you coach somebody. That's how you get somebody through over a hurdle, a difficulty, an obstacle. You go over it. A.D. Mitchell and John Mechie, if they end up sticking, guys, do you realize what that does to our draft? What that does to the 2026 build? It would be the first time we've walked into a season, especially if we use a first-round pick on a wide receiver. It would be the first time we walk into a season with 4 high pedigree wide receivers since, or 3 since like 2015 with Eric Decker, Marshall, and then you had Ivory at running back. I don't even remember who the 3rd wide receiver was. Curley, maybe, Jeremy Curley. Todd Bowles didn't like Curley. He stuck around for that first year, so maybe. It changes everything. And then you get to use the picks that you got with the draft. So let's bring it. Let's bring all that to the scenario that we've created for ourselves. Can we win? Can we lose? Is tank to tank or not to tank in the Intelligent Gripe? I need to say this from the very beginning. I have been on Team Tank every single year. Every year. I bet when as soon as the Jets are out of it at the end of the year, I am Team Tank. Right? The fact that I'm really not this year, I'll tell you why I am. I am. I would much rather we make it easy and just lose every game and then get the number 1 overall pick and we just can, it's really, that would be a banging beginning to the offseason, man. But let me tell you, the reason that I'm not so entrenched on Team Tank this year is because there is more to this than a draft pick. There's more to it. And it has to do with the coaching staff, the general manager, and the players that are here now. Now we have all kinds of reasons. I'm not going to get into it. We argue it constantly. Oh, the moral this and the winning culture and all this stuff. It's very simple for me. There's work to do. How well are they doing it? When we go into this offseason, how prepared are we to address the needs that are real, the right needs? I'm so sick of needing, just as an example, needing a quarterback and getting a linebacker, needing a wide receiver and fucking getting a defensive tackle. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just sick of it. And then we justify it. Oh, but he's the best defensive tackle. Blah, blah, blah. We do all this stuff. I want to identify our actual needs, the real needs, and I want to find the best possible ways to address those needs. That's it. And in order to do that, the work has to be done this year. And tanking, sadly, is unlikely to be a part of that. But let me talk about the situation that we've created for ourselves. The Jets almost never win. It was 1997, the last time the Jets figured out how to, suck right and get that number one overall pick. Crazy. We had it the year before, too. We had it 2 years in a row. 1996, we took Keyshawn Johnson. 1997, we traded back. Would have taken Peyton Manning if we did it all right. Didn't, blah, blah, blah. Traded back. Didn't take Orlando Pace. Traded back again. Didn't take Walter Jones. Both in the Hall of Fame. Would have been delightful to have as part of our Jets history. Alas, took James Farrior. Okay. So that's the last time we had it. Now we've had the number 3 overall pick, Quinnen Williams. Sam Darnold after trading up. We've had the 2nd overall pick, Zach Wilson. And we've had all over the spectrum since 10, 4, all that stuff. So this hope, this contingency that I can't be happy unless we do something that we haven't done in 28 years. Right off the gate, right off the bat. I'm setting myself up to be miserable, right? Because it hasn't happened in 28 because it hasn't happened in 28 mother effing years. So why would I make it so I can't be happy unless that happens this year? Okay, that aside, still can root for it, and I am. Don't think it's going to happen, but I'd love it. The other thing is, let's just say we did for a moment. We're going to explore this. Having the number 1 overall pick. Does that guarantee anything? No. The only thing it does guarantee is that we have first crack at the entire college class. That's what it guarantees. That's that. And now this isn't like, trying to justify the future failure. I'm just looking at things factually. So just looking at it that way. Now back it up again. Towards the Jets, we don't get a lot of wins around here. And this season, when we started the season, I remember all the Jets fans that were trying to tell me, man, you got to see it. We're going through our schedule predictions, and they're coming up with 10 victories, 11 victories. I don't know what. And they're saying, no, man, this is going to be a sneaky good year. And a lot of those were Aaron Glenn was their head coach of choice, which was crazy how many people abandoned him because a lot of people wanted him. And I wasn't one of them. And now here I am on Team Glenn because I knew that this was coming. All this stuff, all the difficulty, everything. So we were disappointed and all that, but here we are. The season's miserable. So because it starts that way, do we have to be miserable the whole time? Okay, it's a sad failure of a season. So, yeah, we're going to be unhappy. It is what it is. That's what we're doing here. We're here. We try to win, but the Jets don't know how to give us anything. So, what they do give us are certain weeks that you can walk around with your Jets jersey on and go, hey, we just won. That's it. Now, if you're thinking about it bigger picture, you're like, hey, well, I can't walk around with the Jets jersey just because I won 1 week when I just lost the last 6. Yeah, I hear you. Or you could just cut it out and wear it on the weeks you win. You know what I mean? Wear it to work. Hey, we won. I'm happy. I don't really care. Nobody can say anything about it. But we have created a scenario where the Jets don't win, right? We know that. Whatever Aaron Glenn's doing, this is year 1. So they're not winning, which makes us unhappy that we're a loser organization, that the players, the Quinnen Williams, the Sauce Gardners, the Michael Carters, that we thought they were going to be part of this, and they're not. They're gone. Again, these players that we fell in love with and bought their jerseys and all, they're gone. Again. So that makes us unhappy. Then the couple weeks that they do win, we've created a scenario where now those make us unhappy because now I want to tank for some hypothetical baloney in the future. We've locked ourselves into guaranteed unhappiness. The only thing that could stop it is what? Getting all the way to the championship, but that ain't happening. So what are we doing to ourselves? Jets fans, I implore us. The tank is what it'll be. We're going to be picking 4th. We're going to be picking 6th. We're going to be picking 2nd. We're going to be picking 8th. We have no idea. To attach finite emotional value to anything going on right now, there are 5 weeks left in the season. All kinds of games to be played. We don't even know which quarterbacks are going to come out. We have no idea who's going to declare eligible. We have no idea. The only thing that would solve that is having the number 1 pick. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. So I get it. But there is no way to know what the landscape looks like right now. We can guess and you can read articles, and these guys are just making shit up because they know that we're hungry for it. We just keep consuming it. Oh, did you hear Moore's going to stay in college? That sucks. And then a week later, hey, look, Moore's going to come out. Oh my God. And then Ty Simpson, one day he's the number 1 overall guy. He's better than Mendoza, and he has a bad game, and he's going back to school, and nobody knows. It's all bullshit. So the thing I'm trying to say here is all we really have, aside from each other, is that every now and then the Jets bring out a team, play on a field, and when the clock's done ticking, they have more points than the other team. We call that a victory, and we get to celebrate it. It only happens from time to time. This week is one of those times, and we got to beat our former head coach. We got to watch one of the trades that Darren Muji made. We got to watch one of those guys look like a bona fide, legitimate option to fill wide receiver 2 or 3 for us. For real, for real. There's lots to be happy about. Lots to be happy about. We won. The tank, we don't even know what the tank means, guys. We got to let it go. You can I still want to lose. I still want to lose the games. I don't know. Can't help it. That's the way I'm built. I've been rooting for the tank for too long. I'm broke. But we got to be able to enjoy when they do win, especially when the circumstances surrounding it mean that moving into the future, we have some building blocks here. Watching a guy like McCrary ball or some shit, was he even going to be here? I don't know. Watching A.D. Mitchell pop one off, that's badass because that guy is part of the future. and part of the team that if we do build it right and we do get the quarterback in it and we're loaded, we got our offensive line, we got a running back room, we got a loaded wide receiver room, tight ends, now we can talk. And that's what's going on. Woo! And look, while you're hanging out here, there's all kinds of fun stuff that we do. We play fantasy football. We do all the stuff. Me, I use the Sleeper app. And you want to know why? Because I know I don't like to play unless I'm using the best. I like to take advantage of great deals. I like to take advantage of great deals. I like to be able to maximize the potential for me to win. Starting off with $20 gift, essentially, from Sleeper. What an offer. You download the app. The first thing you see is $20. Would you like it? Would you like to use it right now? You say yes. And there it is. It's yours. They make it easy for you, turning game day into payday. You see the prop bets for your team, for your game that you want to play with. You look, players more or less from the predicted stats. If you win, you can win up to 1,000 times your money. I turned $10 into $251 on this game, the Jets Falcons. Nice and easy. Once you know you like the app, use the promo code GreenBean when you make your first deposit. They're going to match up to $100 of that deposit. Sleeper loves you. That's what I think. I think Sleeper's in love with you. I think Sleeper's in love with us. I made it easy. The link is in the description right there. Just click there. Use the promo code GreenBean and get yourself started taking advantage of these amazing offers from Sleeper. Guys, with that all said, I want you to know it is a good day to be a Jets fan. We got our coach. We got our GM. We got a wide receiver room that's young and fast and hungry. We got an offensive line that'll knock your face off. We're going. Allow it to happen. Stick with old Green Bean. I'll guide you. I'll walk you through the dark forest. I'm in there with you, man. Have a great week, everybody. And as always, go Jets.